Hey guys, Viggoman here and welcome back to another video from Osterham. We're finally back after 2 videos where we worked on a different project. It feels great to be back. It's always a pleasure coming to this place, and honestly this place is just growing on me so much. The way these streets look, the architecture, the style and the overall atmosphere is just on point with this. In today's video we are completing up another street of the city in the wealthier area of this place next to the town square. We're building on a very narrow street, so it's kind of tricky to do the time lapses, so I'm looking forward to show you all the details once we get into the first person part. If you like today's video and if you like my content overall, please hit that like button. It is the best way of showing support, and if you haven't done already, please consider subscribing. Anyway, let's finish off the time lapse for today, and then we move over to the tour part where we go for a first person look at everything. And here we have it, the wonderful city of Osterham. On your lower left side over here we have everything that we built today, and then right next to that we have this place, which is the town square here in the middle, kind of the center of the city here. And right over here we're gonna have the gatehouse, taking you out to the island here where the King's Castle will eventually be. So it's gonna be super cool once we get all of this finished here. But anyway, let's focus on what we have built today. If we open up the map, we can see that we've kind of completed off this entire left or western section of this place. Then we're going to finish off the southern place here, and then the gatehouse, and then all of the houses and stuff within the city walls are completed. So we're really close to finishing off the inner part or the central part of the city here. Just to give you a quick introduction to what's coming up next. On these plains here outside, I want to continue the city, building more of a slum or a porter's city or porter part. But this is also going to be where the harbor's going to be, kind of in this bay over here. So that's going to look super cool. And as I already mentioned, over here on the island, we're going to have the castle. So there's a lot to look forward for this project here. Now let's see if we can present what we have built here today. As I've said, we're building this on a very narrow street, so it is quite tricky getting some good views here. But here we have one build. This is a guild for like potion makers. What do you call them? I don't know, alchemists? Yeah, the alchemist guild here. A pretty interesting building. I went for this brick here. I haven't used that anywhere else. But I feel like it kind of worked here, and then trying to go for like a rough gradient here. It's a pretty cool build. Next to that we have this white building here, which is a brothel actually. That is indicated by this red lantern here. We're taking that from Krasberg. We use that as an indication of a brothel. So here we have a brothel. Looking forward to show you the interior of that one. And next to that we have this building. Oops, yeah, we have this building here, which, if I remember correctly, is a Chandler. Let's take a look. Yeah, so this is a Chandler, and behind there, I'm going to show you that eventually, but you can see it somewhat over there. There's like an extension to this build as well. Here we have 2 houses that are kind of intertwined. They're kind of built together. And this bigger one, which, by the way, look at this fancy wall decor, this checker pattern. I don't know, I just wanted to play with some different designs here, and I think it works. Just, yeah, adding some new colors. This purple color in itself is kind of too not fitting in this place, so just adding some checker pattern with the gray kind of works. This is, I don't remember actually. Yeah, this is for, this is a potion maker or an alchemist. And then next to that we have a pearl shop, because if you remember the lore of this place, Osterham is derived from the word oyster and harbor. And there's a lot of oysters here, and there's therefore a lot of these wonderful pearls, which is one of the big reasons why Osterham has grown to such a large extent as it has, by selling these, especially exporting them. So we have a pearl shop over here. The backs are populated with like farms and small areas for the people living here. So as you can see, they're kind of just all filled up with stuff in the back here, which is kind of cool. Now why don't we start with this building here to take you for a little tour of the insides of these ones. And we're going to start with the pearl shop here. First of all, there's like a little stand outside here where you can sell some, maybe you could have one of the children here just selling some of the lesser valuable pearls outside here. But then inside we kind of have the shop where you could order stuff. You could get like massive insane oysters, oyster pearls. So this is kind of this place. It's built on diagonal, so it's a little weird, but it works. And then outside here we have the little workshop area where they can kind of clean the pearls and make jewelry out of them. Then next to that we have, as I said, the alchemist or potion maker. So we come in here, cool shop with some nice vaulted ceilings, a big, I love this like shelf unit here, with all sorts of different potions here. And yeah, so it's a little shop just to buy some potions. And in the back here, I've tried to make like a little workshop to make the potions. So we have like a little fire area to heat up. We have some tubes and things. I don't really know if this would work, but the idea is you could like heat up the potion and pump it into these urns and whatever. And then in the back here, you just kind of get into this back alley, which will eventually take you to one of these. This is actually furnished. It's one of the few turrets or battle towers that are furnished. But yeah, once we get around to those, this will kind of be a part of that. But yeah, just takes you to the back alley here. Anyway, we can go upstairs. And up here we have a kitchen area. And then in here I believe we have like the dining room and all that sort of stuff. So quite nice. I like this place. And then a little turret here, just to do some reading and take some notes, enjoy a beer, whatever. Quite cool. Little place here just to chill off a little bit. Let's take a quick look at the upstairs, shall we? There's going to be a couple of bedrooms and all that sort of stuff up here. So yeah, here's like a bedroom for the kids. And then in here we have the master bedroom. Quite nice. And I believe there's just an attic upstairs, right? Come up here. There's actually more beds for even more kids. And then, yeah, just like some storage. All that sort of stuff. Next to that, we have the Chandler, which is this wonderful pink building. I love the details on the roof here. Just trying something a little different. But it kind of fits with the rest of the theme here. And we also have some paintings, like murals on the wall here, just to kind of make it look a little bit extra pretty. So the idea is you come in here, there's a shop. So someone running the candle shop. And candles would be used a lot back in the medieval times because it's one of the only sources of artificial light you could get. So I imagine this would be a pretty hot shop. So selling a lot of candles here, and that is why we have a separate candle shop, but then there's a different like Chandler making the candles. So yeah, here we have the candle shop and then just some storage in the back here for the shop. Then we can go upstairs and then we get into the apartment of the family running the shop. So they have this cool dining room and a little kitchen next to that. Yeah, some storage. There's a little balcony out here overlooking this little back alley here. Quite cool. And then yeah, so there's like just the apartment for the family living here. More sitting areas, like a living room thing. And then this is a bathroom. We have a little bedroom here with some bunk beds. And yeah, what's up here? I think the master bedroom is somewhere around here. Yes, here we have the master bedroom, one of the bigger ones. Quite cool. And then here we have another bed for the kids, which is quite nice. So yeah, but if we go downstairs now, all the way around here and then down, and then further down. Wow, this is a tall building. I'm getting lost within my own buildings. We can go back here and then through this gate here and then follow around, and then we get to another door, and then this separate building here, which is kind of, it's not a separate building, but it's a separate part, and this is the, yeah, I guess this would be the Chandler, the candle maker. So yeah, I love this little wattle and daub extension here. It's super cute. But yeah, in here we have a big open area for, wow, there's some weird lighting happening here. But anyway, yeah, kitchen area, eating area, and then we can go out to the back here where we have the back alley. We have the area where we make the candles. We can heat up the wax, dip the thread into there, creating the candles. Then we hang them up here to dry. Yeah, cool little workshop area. There's even a little outhouse here, because sometimes you might need one. So it's a cozy little backyard thing. Anyway, whoa, we didn't meant to do that. If we go upstairs, we're gonna have a little apartment as well. Well, seems like I forgot this room, but I think these are done. Yeah, a little area to wash yourself. A little bath room thing, and then this will be the master bedroom. Yeah, look at that. And there's a ladder taking you all the way up if you want to. And this is where the kids are sleeping. Quite cool. Always leave one room unfinished. That's the Viggoman way of doing stuff. So we're just kind of following the trend here, apparently. And then finally, the building all of you guys have been waiting for. I know you. I know who you are. The brothel, alright? So this is... I'm not sure if I have to tag my video now differently, so I don't get demonetized or whatever. But this is a brothel anyway. So the back here we have like a little apartment for the innkeeper or the brothel keeper, I guess. And then the front is mainly for the brothel itself. And I love the interior of this one. Spent a lot of time. So let me take you on the inside. Look at all the colors. It's super cool. So come in here, big fireplace just to kind of greet you. And then there's all these different sitting areas. We have like a little booth here and all these unique areas you could sit. So this would kind of double as a tavern as well. But of course there's some other intentions with it. But yeah, you could come here just for a beer or chat. But yeah, you know how it works, I guess. Up here, even more sitting areas and stuff like that. And then in here we have the suite, the bigger suite you could rent if you wanted to. And this is pretty. And then there's even like a private balcony here on the back, overlooking the back alley. And the sun would come here in the evening, so quite a nice balcony to have. So yeah, quite cool. And then upstairs there are even more rooms you could rent. So come up here, big open area. We got all these different hallways. I love this little place here. But yeah, you can come in here. It's a small room you could rent if you want to. More seating areas over here, like some booths and stuff. It's a quite big brothel actually. Let's remove that. But yeah, it's quite big. And then over here we have some storage, and I think these are rooms as well. Yeah. And then another room over here. So this is one of the bigger ones as well. And then there's even more stuff further up, and I think this is mainly for storage. Yeah, so just like a big storage area for the brothel, like extra beds, extra chairs, tables, whatever you might need. But similarly to the other building here, you can go through this hallway here and you'll get to the back where we have the separate apartment. So we can come in here. There's a big kitchen. This is for the family, but it's also where we could prepare some food and serve beer or drinks, whatever, straight to the brothel through this little hole here, which is cool. And there's a little cellar down here for storing wine and beer, just a small one. And then we can go up here, and then we have the apartment. So it's quite small, so it's pretty cramped in here, but we have a common bedroom for the parents and the kid here. And then a little sitting area for them, to eat and stuff. So it's not the biggest apartment, but they try to utilize most of the space for the brothel and the business, which I guess kind of makes sense if you want to make them extra bucks. And then finally, the guild, which is the most like detailed, complicated building we have here. It's built on a diagonal, or a slight diagonal, and it has all these turrets and different kind of sections to it. But I think it works. Let me know down below what you think of this one, guys. Was pretty unsure while I was building it, but I think the end result is looking pretty nice. This also has a little back alley here, but I didn't really know what to put here, like too much, because it's a guild, like you, yeah. So I have like a little farm for some berries and stuff they might use for the alchemy stuff, but apart from that, it's just empty. So I'm gonna have to either utilize that for the defense part or whatever. Maybe you have ideas, you could comment down below, guys. Anyway, let's check out the interior. This is quite big. There's even a sign here. I know what this place is. Let's remove that. And then we come in here, and it's a big open hall. We have the long table for everyone to eat at and just have a good time. We have a lounge area and a fireplace to yeah, just sit and chat. And then behind here we have a kitchen to prepare some food, and we have storage, even a like back exit here to this part here. And then all the way on the opposite side here we have a little hallway as well, which takes you out to this part, but also you can go down into the cellars as well in here, so that's pretty cool. And then there's a staircase which takes us up, and let's remove that. I keep leaving these glowstones everywhere. So up here we have like a little workshop area. So this is where they could be making the potions together if they want to, and experiment and teach each other and whatever. So yeah, we have a big like tub to mix ingredients. You could boil stuff, and overall just like a workshop area. So it's quite cool. But then in here we have more of the social places. We have like sitting groups. Also checker pattern on the walls. Kind of fell in love with the way that looked. Look at that nice window here. But also, like, yeah, this is like a meeting area. They can sit here, take notes, and share recipes and all that sort of stuff. So that's pretty much it for this thing. But then there is a staircase which takes us up through here, like a spiral staircase. And we come to another area. Here we have some rooms you could rent. So I try to put that in all the guilds. So if you're a guild member that doesn't live within the city, you could stay here since you're a guild member. So there's like beds you could rent here, or I guess sleep in for free. Up here, more meeting areas, but there's also offices. And this is actually just a storage for like, yeah, recipes and notes and stuff. But also over here we have like the guild leader, his office up in here, and yeah, it's looking pretty ornate. If you remember the lore, the city here is very focused on bringing everyone's voice into the decision making. So all the guilds have a leader that are represented at the town hall. They had their own private seat there, so they could kind of vote on stuff. So the guilds are very valued in the city, and therefore all the guilds look very over detailed and very like posh. But I think it makes sense, at least in this setting here, and it just allows me to experiment with more details and like, yeah, rich and wealthy looking buildings. Anyway guys, that is it for today's episode. I really do hope that you enjoyed. If so, make sure to smack the like button, and if you haven't done it already, make sure to subscribe. It's been Viggoman, and I'm out.